everybody wants to know, did they fix the grille? It's just a minor refresh here. Mostly this is just styling changes, although they do say, yeah, there's going to be a mild hybrid for the M440i now. So a little bit more power, maybe slightly more fuel efficient. That's it. And the i4, no major changes for this thing, although maybe you might find this interesting. They're going to improve the route planning, the charging and the navigation. Yeah, so supposedly that's going to be better, supposedly. So up front, there's some new lights and a new grille, or, at least a new grille design. So yeah, but the lights, we get this new signature, BMW, they've kind of been playing around with all these different shapes for the daytime running lights. On the X5 here, it's kind of more of an arrow. But yeah, so they've kind of decided to kind of tweak that a little bit and make it, actually this kind of makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, it's BMW. It's more of, what they're calling a kink. And by the way, this is what the old model looked like. So yeah, it's a little bit more defined. You're going to notice it a little bit more because it's just a bolder signature. And I do like that, tying it into BMW's design heritage. And then, yeah, so the grille here, this is actually really interesting. And, considering this is a very minor refresh, they weren't going to retool this whole bumper, so they said, how can we actually make this thing look less offensive, really, right? I mean, nobody liked this huge grille. So what they've done is they've kind of made the frame on it less noticeable. So you don't really see, the outline here as much, do you? I mean, I have to highlight it there for you. Really, the main thing that they're trying to draw your eye to is all these horizontal lines. So, that's really, yeah, I mean, you can see that. That's really what your eye is catching and picking up on. And what's actually really interesting about this too is these top two lines you can see here, they're kind of like emphasized a little bit more. So I don't know, maybe they just kind of found that doing that somehow made, this huge oversized grille less noticeable. And by the way, it's actually on the i4 as well. You can see it right here. It's the same kind of design cue. So I don't know, it looks better. And on the rear end here, we do get some updated taillights here, finally. It seems like they've been running these huge, I don't know, when did these come out? I feel like I've been looking at these for like 10 years now. So yeah, we get this updated, it's very crisp and, a lot of minute detail in here. Check this out. There's like these little, it's like, I don't know, it's like this little design that goes through the taillight. And there's 3 of them. You can see this. They're kind of overlapped too. It's actually a really cool effect. And it's not just, it's not just a little design element. Laser lights in here. We've seen the laser makes sense for the headlights, to have like a super powerful high beam. So I don't know what they're doing in here, but whatever it is, they got to put a warning sticker on here. Look at this. There's like a warning sticker inside the taillight. So, I hope you don't have OCD or something because, and I don't have OCD. And for the i4 here, yeah, we get some interesting colors. That's kind of, actually, I'm really excited to see them offering, it's refreshing. It's refreshing to see some new colors here. But what's really cool about this i4, actually, these wheels are, there's almost like 2 parts. There's like an inner wheel here. You see that? Yeah. In the center. And then there's like a separate section on the outside here. So that's actually, I don't know, it's kind of a cool effect, isn't it? Now on the inside here, there's some nice updates here that really do make this cabin look a little bit more modern. Depending on which trim you get, there's going to be a different steering wheel. But that's not really the big news. The big news is this center vent is actually really cool now. It's an all-new design. It's something we haven't really seen before. Check this out. There's like the little toggles that you use to adjust, where the airflow is. They're actually on the outside. So they're not like in the center of the piece that you're adjusting. like basically every other car since the beginning of time. So that's not only just kind of a cool little design thing, you know, the engineering behind that, I'm sure it was like, I'm sure it was like excessive, and it's just this over-engineered piece, you know, that BMW is known for, but it's kind of a cool thing, you know, compared to, yeah, you can see right here, this was the old, it was just kind of a standard setup, wasn't it? And that's just the tip of the iceberg here. There's actually this little section that sits on top of the vent, as you can see. And guess what? There's like a little ambient light in there, a little LED light in there, but it's not just an ambient light. So you can see here, it's like shining red. Yeah, because, you know, if you have the heat on, yeah, you're going to get that red. But as you see here, maybe, you know, it's summertime, you got the AC on, it's going to glow blue. So yeah, it's just kind of a, you know, it adds to the atmosphere. Again, they're stimulating, you know, not just your sense of temperature, but combining that with your visual sense as well. And, you know, these are all the little cool things that, this is why you buy BMWs.